There comes a moment in life when every small task feels a little heavier, every step takes a little longer, and the body begins to whisper reminders of time. For many older adults, that whisper becomes a quiet acceptance. The sore knees, the unsteady balance, the stiff mornings, all seen as part of getting old. Until one day someone says, "You don't have to live this way. You can change it. It's never too late." And that sentence can change everything. Modern science agrees. Studies from Harvard Health Publishing and the Mayo Clinic show that gentle, consistent movements, the kind that are easy on the joints yet build real strength, can transform not only how your body feels, but how you move through life. Simple exercises, practiced regularly, have been shown to improve balance, boost flexibility, and even lower the risk of falling by nearly 30%. And these movements aren't complicated. They don't require weights, gyms, or endless routines. They are quiet moments of strength, small, focused actions that reconnect you with the body you thought was fading. Each one reawakens muscles that have been resting for too long, restoring balance, confidence, and the simple joy of movement. Because this isn't just about staying active, it's about freedom, about walking without fear, standing tall without pain, and moving through life without hesitation. It's about saying, "I still have more to live." Let me share a story. Someone once told me about a woman named Olivia, 72 years old, retired, and convinced her strongest days were behind her. But with courage, patience, and just a few minutes of movement every day, she rediscovered something powerful. She rediscovered herself. That's what this journey is about. Not fitness, not workouts, but renewal. The kind that starts quietly, one breath at a time. So if you've ever woken up stiff and wondered where your strength went, or stood at the top of the stairs and felt a flicker of hesitation, this is for you. You don't need to go to a gym. You don't need to keep up with anyone. You just need a few small movements and a promise to yourself to begin. Picture this: a still body, arms supporting you, breathing steady. That's all it takes to start rebuilding the foundation that holds you up every day. In that stillness, something begins to shift. The muscles around your spine wake up. Your posture lifts. Your back feels lighter. Your body remembers what strength feels like. For older adults, even the simplest pose can be a message to the mind. I am still strong. I can hold myself up. I remember Olivia's first attempt. Her arms trembled. She lasted only a few seconds before lowering down, but she smiled, because that was more than yesterday. The next day, she tried again. 10 seconds, then 15. Within 3 weeks, she could hold her body steady for nearly a full minute. And something in her changed. The fear in her walk disappeared. The quiet ache in her back eased. She began to move with certainty again. She once told me, "That little move reminded me that strength doesn't vanish. It only waits to be found." That's the secret. Strength doesn't always come from motion. Sometimes it comes from stillness, from holding yourself steady, breathing through the shake, and realizing you are capable of more than you thought. This is how transformation begins, not with speed, not with perfection, but with control, with presence, with the courage to hold on just a little longer. You can start today, gently. Lay on a soft mat, lift yourself with your arms and knees, keep your back straight, and hold for just a few seconds. That's all it takes to begin. Each second is a step. Each breath is progress. And when your body trembles, know this: it's not weakness. It's awakening. Because you are your own foundation. Every day, you hold yourself up. For your loved ones, for your future, for the life you still want to live. And now, you have the power to make that foundation strong again. Then there's another movement, one that feels almost like flying. You reach forward with one hand, stretch one leg behind you, and balance. For a moment, you are both grounded and lifted. This small, graceful movement teaches your body to trust itself again, to find coordination, harmony, and control. Balance. It is something we often don't think about until we start to lose it. One wrong step, a slip, and suddenly the world feels uncertain. But movements like this retrain your body, reconnecting the mind and muscles in a way that builds security from within. I once met a man named Leonard, 74, a former architect who spent his life designing balance into buildings, yet lost it in himself. After a mild stroke, he struggled to walk across a room without fear. He told me, "My body doesn't listen to me anymore." We started simple. On all fours, he lifted one hand at a time. Slowly, he added the opposite leg. The first few days were shaky, but 2 weeks later, he could hold it. 5 seconds, then 10. And one morning he said, "It feels like my body and mind are talking again." That's what this kind of movement does. It reconnects you, not just physically but emotionally. It teaches your body its rhythm again. You begin to move not with effort, but with intention. You'll start noticing small things, standing taller, feeling steadier, bending and reaching without worry. You'll trust your steps again, and with every movement you'll remind yourself you're capable. Don't rush, don't compare. Begin on your own terms. Kneel gently, move slowly, breathe deeply. Even if you wobble, that's okay. Wobbling means your body is learning again. Because balance isn't just physical, it's emotional. When you feel steady in your body, you feel steady in your life. Each small movement you make is a message of courage, a reminder that you are still here, still growing, still strong. And then there's the movement of stepping forward, a simple act with deep meaning. One step, one bend, one rise. It mirrors the rhythm of life itself. We fall, we rise, we keep going. For many older adults, walking freely becomes one of life's greatest gifts. Yet as the legs lose strength, stairs feel taller, chairs feel lower, and independence can slip quietly away. But the truth is that strength can be rebuilt. Every careful step forward strengthens the muscles that help you stand, walk, and move with confidence. The thighs, the hips, the glutes, the very parts that carry you through life, can come back to life with consistency and care. I'll never forget Lillian. At 76, after a bad fall, she spent months depending on a walker. She told me she felt invisible, as if her world had become smaller. Her therapist began gently, small steps forward, just a few inches at a time. It was painful, frustrating, and often brought her to tears, but she didn't stop. Week by week, her steps grew stronger. By the end of the first month, she could move without holding the chair. By the third, she walked through her home unassisted. 6 months later, she took a long walk outside. No walker, no cane, just her. She said, "Every step felt like I was taking myself back." That's the power of movement. Not just the physical act, but what it awakens inside. Every time you lower yourself and rise again, you teach your body resilience. You remind it that it can recover, adapt, and move forward with purpose. Start simple. Hold on to a chair or wall if needed. Step forward, bend gently, keep your torso upright, then rise again. Don't force it. Even the smallest movement matters. Every step you take is a step toward freedom. Because each time you move forward, no matter how small the step, you reclaim independence, pride, and confidence. You remind yourself that you are not done. You are still becoming. If you've listened this far, it's because something inside you knows there's more ahead. Maybe it's a flicker of hope, maybe a memory of what your body once felt like, or maybe just a quiet thought. Maybe I can. You can. 3 simple movements: holding, balancing, stepping. That's all it takes to begin. No equipment, no pressure, no perfect form. Just you, your breath, and the willingness to start. Because these movements give back far more than they demand. They give you the strength to rise tall, the stability to move freely, and the confidence to live without fear. They give you dignity. They give you ownership of your body again. Aging doesn't mean surrender. Yes, we slow down. Yes, our bodies change. But each day, your body still holds the power to heal, to adapt, and to grow stronger. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are right on time. Just like Olivia, who found her strength again. Like Leonard, who found his balance. Like Lillian, who found her freedom. And like you, who is still here, still curious, still brave enough to begin. So start today. Choose one movement. Hold it for a few seconds. Tomorrow, do it again. Let seconds become minutes, and minutes become strength. Let each effort become a habit, and each habit become your story. A story not of decline, but of revival. Because movement is more than exercise. It's a declaration of life. Every time you move with intention, you are rewriting your story, one breath, one pose, one step at a time. And as you do, remember this: you are not alone. There's a whole community moving with you, people who believe that age is not an ending, but a beginning. So tell me, where are you starting your journey from? Have you tried these movements before? How did they make you feel? Share your story, because your words might be the spark that inspires someone else to begin. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe for more stories, more guides, and more reasons to believe that your best years are still ahead. Because they are. Your journey, your revival, starts now.